this time of year, at least at my house, there's always some fucking snacks. There, we have Muddy Buddy mix out.
Oh, Muddy Buddies,
cookies in the thing. Trader Joe's has you dialed. You know, they like know exactly. They got the peppermint covered Oreos.
Oh, that's right. I think that's your weakness.
That's my kryptonite, dude. I gotta stay away from
episodes. Last year, 2020.
If I see that, instant relapse. I can't. I don't know what it is, but those things are tough for me. It's a constant battle.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I am Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you were listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again. Or possibly, just possibly, for the very first time.
Somehow, some way, it's going to happen. There's bound to be someone who runs into this. I don't know how, but it happens. It's going to happen.
Like you'd say when someone's up at play, you know, that was shitty and they hit one over the fence, like they just ran into it.
Just sometimes a blind squirrel gets a nut every once in a while. So it happens. It definitely can happen. Speaking of happening, we had a lot happening this weekend. We were going from event to event, both Saturday and Sunday.
Ooh.
I think now that the children's vaccine has rolled out, the preschool, or not preschool, the kindergarten social calendar has came roaring back. There's cookie decorating.
Okay.
There's, hot chocolate events and different things like that.
At school? Or is it like
no, this is like the friends.
Okay. Sorry.
Because all the friends have been sort of holding off from in-home. The summertime was one thing, meeting up at the park is no big deal. But inside at the home, like having the friend over for the hangout during the day. Makes sense. Speaking of hangouts, we had ourselves an in-person Chip and Cern hangout. 6-year 300 episode anniversary celebratory get together.
We did.
And
Chip cooked some
za,
delicious Detroit style.
Yeah.
Za.
So we had the Cernies over. They rolled 5 deep, and a bit of traffic, which is. It's bound to get you.
It's normal.
You're just kind of used to it.
For anyone who's local, I knew when we hit Dixon, which is probably like about 35 miles, probably about 35, 40 miles from my house. And it's the start of the stretch of hell.
Yes.
And once I hit it on the freeway I'm talking about, and it was stop and go. I was like, well,
on 80 headed west.
Yep.
Interstate.
Buckle up because it's gonna be like this all the way to Fairfield.
Yeah, and then on the reverse coming on 80 east, at Fairfield, you're usually on the brake by that point.
Yeah.
But if you have it good when you kind of get into Fairfield and you're like, whoa. I haven't really been on the brake. I've kind of been cruising, or the Tesla's been going. The Tesla's just been going. I haven't had to intervene. And I'm playing solitaire.
Shaving.
But yeah, so we had you guys over. We it was good. I over calculated, as I tend to do with the food. I get really concerned, like, I don't know how much a 9-year-old boy and a 14-year-old boy and a 16-year-old girl eat. I think I got scared. I got intimidated.
You got a little scared.
I got a little scared, and I overdid it. And
then they ate a pretty good amount.
Yeah, I had to send a whole za home with the Cernies.
That was breakfast Sunday.
So was the leftovers. There was like 3 slices of leftovers. Well, 2 of the slices didn't even make it through. The munchies attack later, and then the other one was like kind of the mid breakfast. Like,
so I always like to like the pizza. You put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
And in the mornings, pull it out. Cold. Don't heat it up. Just
no. Yeah, cold. I don't know why. It's just it's one of life's simple pleasures.
I agree.
It's just such a nice little treat for yourself, and it's not a habit you want to get in, but it is a nice little treat.
No, it's not like every day.
No, yeah.
But let me see. I'm trying to think about how much I eat pizza. Once a month, maybe twice a month.
Well, we're a little bit more frequent.
Well, usually now in the summertime when we had the uni going and stuff, it was more.
Well, there's a pizza night once a week, at least.
Yeah,
mandatory, requested from the family.
Yeah, it was once a week. But now, now that you've cooked it in the cast iron, Robin was digging through the, she's like, "Do we have a cast iron?" I said, "We do."
Interesting. That's okay. That's good to hear. And I got to say, I've been talking this pizza up to Cerny. So I did. Yes. There was also, I had a little bit of nerves. I have to impress. I'm a Cerny slut too. Don't forget, everybody. I'm one of the biggest Cerny sluts here. I was trying to impress Cerny with my pizza, and so I had it going. I had the crust made I had the doughs made ahead of time, made them by hand, and then my wife kind of got in my head, and she's like, "Are you sure you made enough?" So I made another dough the day of, like that was the reserve. And they were so poofy, and I'm like, "Oh, it's gonna be such a nice pillowy crust." And I did them up right, and I had them in the oven. And then about 5 minutes into the oven, it starts smoking. And I'm like, "No, what's happening? Fuck!" Everyone's dinner is sitting in the oven right now, so it could have went real sideways.
It'll be like this the charcuterie board. Hopefully that's filling enough.
Yes. More cheese and crackers, everyone. Olives. There's a run on the olives now. And but yeah, luckily it was just a little bit of oil had kind of rolled off the top, and then it just got a little smoky. Luckily, it all came out pretty good. No burnt.
Yeah, Robin was loving the crispy and the doughy. It's crispy and fluffy. Not doughy.
When you really break it down, it's fried bread with cheese on top. So it's it's a easy one to hit.
It's a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, that's an easy one. So, but yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. And then
it was fun.
Your wife made these excellent little mini bundt cakes.
Oh yeah,
I thought those were good too.
That was batch number 2.
Oh, the first one was a fumble a little bit.
It like stuck to the pan or something.
Oh,
she was like, I don't know what happened. I don't have any ingredients. So I had to go run out and grab some more the night before.
Hey, no one's the wiser except everyone listens to this show. But they were tasty, and I had a good joke idea come to mind. We like to poke fun at your wife when she comes over. I love nothing.
She gets riled up.
Yeah, she gets a little bit riled up, and I do like poking the bear a little bit, Mama Bear. So I had this great joke right off the heels of the Ray Dunn episode where your wife is getting bread basket, says bread on it, the knife says knife on it. You get the deal, right?
Oh, and to peel the curtain back, we did a Marco Polo, and I walked Chip through the house.
Yes. As just like we said, so go back and listen to episodes like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and Cerny did follow up, and he sent me a message, and he gave me the full tour of all the Ray Dunn stuff, including the holiday.
It even go to two.
It was too big.
I forgot some, and it was like I turned a corner, like, oh shit.
There's a whole nother. I forgot the spring collection we have. It's being we're foreshadowing it in the foyer. We're sneak peek there. So I had this great idea of a joke, and I ran it by my wife, who's my first, launching pad for jokes, because she knows the kind of humor she knows what to expect, right?
Yeah.
So I laid it. She goes, "Okay, that's good." I said, "Okay, if it's good with her, I know Cerny's going to enjoy it." So I sent you a little pre-read on a little bit of homework for the joke, but I'll try to recreate the best we could. So everyone got in, was getting settled, and she's looking around at the house. My wife got some new. She saw one of those Instagram ads about make your photos, your photo wall. So she got that. So I'm sure your wife was looking at that, and I said, now nothing at this house is labeled. So if you have any questions on what anything does, I'll be happy to answer them for you. And the 16-year-old looked at me and I think she enjoyed it. the little dig at mom.
Yes. Yeah. Because then I walked around. I was like, I picked up a knife. Like, what do you do with this? I don't have instructions on the handles. I have no idea. Oh, you slice with it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was the thing and then this is where Cerny would come in. Is he kept going around and inquiring about what these different objects are because they weren't labeled, so no one knew what to do with them.
See, it's funny because if I have a joke, I run it by my wife.
Mm-hmm.
If I do the opposite, if I get a big eye roll,
it's real good.
Then it's on.
Okay.
Then I know it's gold.
I like that. That's it's a little bit of it's you know your audience, and you know if it's good, your audience is going to put up a protest essentially.
Yes.
To it.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. So we had a great time. So it was great seeing you guys. And then the next morning we were off again. We went to another ex-coworker's house. A couple Chip and Cern Show fans over there as well.
Oh,
and we're just hanging out.
Must be great people.
Obviously, they're great people. They got a new house, so we did a little housewarming, a little get together, sort of thing. And they had fancy donuts. You know the cronut. Oh. You know, it's like a croissant donut situation. Have you had these before?
Yeah. Robin loves those.
Yeah. They had like maple, but it's some Vermont maple. It's some hipster.
Oh, okay.
Stuff.
They go.
Yeah, it was probably $3 a donut.
Grab it out of the fucking tree, kind of.
Oh, it was so good. So I had a fair sampling. I sampled all these. So coffee and donuts was what I started the day. Cronuts, and then as we were leaving, he goes, "Hey Chip, here's some fudge. Here's some chocolate peanut butter fudge for you. Thanks for coming." And it was in the fridge.
Ooh, cold.
And you already know this time of year, at least at my house, there's always some fucking snacks. We have Muddy Buddy mix out.
Oh, Muddy Buddies,
cookies in the thing. Trader Joe's has you dialed. They know exactly. They got the peppermint covered Oreos. Oh,
that's right. I think that's your weakness.
That's my kryptonite, dude. I got to stay away from
episodes. That. Last year, 2020.
If I see that instant relapse, I can't. I don't know what it is, but those things are tough for me. It's a constant battle. So we just have so much around, and I was like, "Oh man, fudge!" And I opened it up, and it's not. And I saw it wasn't just one layer; it had the wax paper, so there was multiple layers. I was like, "Oh my god, this is too much." So immediately, I was like, "Oh, thank you." Immediately, I was thinking, I got to get this out of my life right now, because I don't need
without consuming it,
without eating it. I can't have 4 pounds of fudge at my house. I'm going to need to buy new jeans for Christmas. I'm not, And so we had a kids cookie decorating party.
Oh,
perfect
timing.
A few hours later, ding, little light bulb went off in my head. Okay, let me just put these. Just a quick layover, the old Nicodemus house. Just a layover in the fridge. Cool off for a little bit. Then me and Charlie went to the cookie decorating party, which was a blast.
Oh, good.
And Mom and the 2-year-old were napping, and I was just up hanging out, and I'm like, "You want to go?" I misread the invitation. I showed up 30 minutes early.
It's okay.
You know how it goes.
I've done that. So mine was 6 hours early.
Oh yes, at Joe's. Wasn't it Joe's thing? And there was.
I showed up at 11 o'clock, and it was for the 11th.
What, you were on the wrong day too?
No, I was on the right day. But
okay.
11. I just quickly just glanced it and like, cool. And then
you accepted the invitation in your head without fully putting it in the calendar. That happens.
Because it was for Joe. So it's like, all right, yes, yep, boom, got it.
Boom, boom.
11, got it. Boom. That's what I remembered in my head.
Yep. I know exactly how this happened. So we get there, and there was too many red flags. I knew my friend, who's very timely, like he's there 2 minutes before every single time. I'm like, that's weird that I would beat him here, because I knew he was going to be at the party. I'm like, I never beat him. We meet up and do runs. It's always like, I'm like, oh, I'm early. I'm good. Nope. No, he's always there. Like somehow he's always there ahead of me. And I'm like, how is he? He's not here yet. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So we go up. It's raining to boot. So me and Charlie have to go and sprint up the driveway, ring the doorbell. Takes a little bit longer to get down. Oh, you're the first ones here. We're like, okay. Hey, I know you didn't say to bring anything, but I have this fudge.
Oh,
it's chocolate peanut butter fudge. Here you go.
I'm a good Samaritan. Okay.
Yeah,
paying it forward.
I didn't realize. He goes, "Oh, you made this," and I was like, "Nope." And he's like, "Your wife?" I'm like, "Oh, the mother-in-law did." Okay. Cool.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
then I had it displayed. So
it's handmade.
It was Oh, I like that. Sorry, it's handmade.
Oh, did you make it? It's handmade.
Artisan.
Okay. Handmade. That's all you gotta say. Handmade.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm gonna. Okay, so I put that out. People started taking it. Then I'm bragging to my wife later how great it was that I just totally parlayed the fudge on a pass-through right to the house. Then you know what happened? I got in trouble because I wanted some of that fudge. What do you mean? You got rid of it? You didn't save any of it here at the house?
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. So I ended up crash and burn on the end of that parlay.
Oh, no. Great takeoff, but the landing didn't stick.
And, yeah. And so there was cookies, decorating. It's quite the event.
You're better than I, because I probably would have come back with it. Well, sound off next time. Don't keep it to yourself.
I swore I meant in my head to be like, hey, that's the fudge there, so just try it. And I had to see how good it was, but I didn't need it residing at my house.
Not 4 pounds.
No, it was too much. And then I got real kind of nervous, like a cat in a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. I saw it sitting there on the counter when we were about to leave, and I saw the husband look at me like, oh, Chip, we didn't finish it. You want to just take it? I almost thought he was going to do the givesy backseat. I wasn't sure.
Oh.
What do you do in that case? What would you say if you don't?
No, don't worry about it. We're good.
It's handmade.
It's my gift to you. You're hosting. It's my gift to you.
Oh, my gift to you. Cerny, you're full of little wisdom nuggets today. My gift to you. No, it's the holiday.
What are you going to say? You're rejecting my gift?
That's true.
A fudge?
No, it's the holiday spirit. That's also good. I like that one. It puts a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure on him. But the only disappointing thing about the party was that that the Niners game was on.
Oh God.
And
they got lucky.
They did luck out versus the Bengals of Cincinnati.
Chipper should sound off with wide. A little early. I was like, ooh, it's a little early.
So here's the thing. Because I'm giving exactly zero fucks to the whole NFL situation. I don't care if I look very stupid, because I already know I look pretty stupid to them, to Joe and Dana and Cerny, but he just doesn't say it to me.
You're good.
And the game was on. It was coming down, and the Niners missed a clutch. They could have won.
Yeah, it was a game winner.
Game-winning field goal. And, of course, they show the stat on the kicker before as he's doing his leg swings. Nailed 14 consecutive from 47 yards, blah, blah, blah. Oh, of course, it's going to be a shoe-in. Wide left. Whatever.
Wide, yeah.
So I said, you know what? This is the first couple snaps I've seen all season of the football season. Let me send a text message off, stirring the shit pot in here. So in all caps, I just say wide.
Yeah. I was like, oh. See, now I had watched zero football on Sunday because I had zero interest in the teams that were playing.
Oh, were the Rams on a Ramley was on a bye week?
They're on right now. They're on right now.
Oh, they had the Monday night game.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I was like, and it was just like the matchups were just horrible. And it was like the Chiefs and the Raiders. And I know my dad was watching it, but the Raiders were getting their ass kicked.
Yeah.
Because I could tell by the text messages of anger that I was receiving.
They were in quicker and quicker fashion to you. Just boom.
All
boom,
caps,
boom,
quicker and
boom.
fashion.
Oh, boy,
yeah.
yeah.
Boom, 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 boom,
more
caps.
curses. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was and then, so I don't have the NFL ticket because I'm not paying all that money for.
Is that
for
like
that.
$120 for the whole season, or what's the deal?
I forget. I don't forget what the actual. I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure.
Isn't that what Dana gets for free when he says he's going to cancel?
Yeah, I think that's how my dad has. My dad has.
Okay.
I think so. He does the same the same routine. And they had the Washington football team at the Cowboys or whatever it was.
Okay.
And it was just, I was like, I don't want to watch that. And then the Niners are in the morning, and they got flexed to the afternoon because they'll flex the time when they try to get viewers.
Well, what does that mean?
They do a time flex. So it's like they schedule out the games, and a lot of times what they usually use it for is like the Sunday night matchup, and they schedule it out for the year.
Okay.
And then if it's two teams that end up being shitty, then they'll flex a game into that spot that's going to be like a good game,
a better matchup, or a better game, basically for more viewers. Okay.
Yeah, for more viewers. That's actually what it is, because they'll flex like, the fucking Patriots or Tom Brady or some kind of shit. Where it's like, okay,
because then normally the Niners would be playing at like noon Pacific or something, or 1 Pacific. Or something
they were
like
I think they were in Cincinnati, so it should have been at 10 o'clock because it's 1 o'clock.
Oh,
it's usually I think it's always 1 o'clock, but it's 1 o'clock either. Well, roughly 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock their time or 10 o'clock our time. So I swear they're in the morning, and then they're in the afternoon. I was like, they flexed this. I don't want to watch I said, okay, so here's what I got to watch. The two games I could watch were the Niners and the Bengals, or the Buccaneers and the Bills, which was Tom Brady. I was like, I got to watch Tom Brady or the Niners. What's the two?
That's a double-edged sword right there, Cern. That's
fucking snap.
Just hard pass on the whole afternoon.
Yeah, NFL got a hard pass from Cern.
Well, that's what happened. That's a result of a bad product, NFL.
So I didn't even know, because I had sometimes I had my phone on because I was doing some stuff, and I just, what the hell, what's the scores? I think the Niners were up like 20-6. I was like, oh fuck. And then when you text wide, I was like, what the hell? I was like, they're fucking tied.
Like something must have happened for Chipper to peep up.
Yeah. Chipper sounded off, so something's going on.
Something exciting happened. And then, of course, no comment after that.
No.
But then the Niners ended up coming back and winning. And then within 1 minute of each other, Dana and Joe chime in with a couple annoying gifs.
Gifs, yeah.
Yeah. Which I promptly ignored.
Because
I had lost all context about it, because that's how much it is just doing it to just kick the Hornets.
I almost wrote in bad game all around of both sides or some shit, like just
copy and paste his thing.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
But I decided I'm just going to, especially since the Rams haven't played. So
yeah, you don't want to get you don't want to get ahead of yourself.
They're playing the Cardinals. So
division
rival. Rivals. If the Cardinals win, then they guarantee a spot in the playoffs.
Okay.
Last time I checked, the Rams were winning 27-13. So it's okay.
So you're feeling good about it
so far.
Okay.
Not until
you're never. Yeah. Exactly.
I've seen some shit. The Rams like to, we'll throw a pick six. We'll mix it up. We're like, what?
They like to make it interesting. That's for sure.
Shit.
But
back at work after my glorious week off.
So yeah, Cerny is executing a different PTO strategy than me for the holiday season. But he was
now
off
partly because I
week.
kind of have to because
you're so topped up with vacation, right? Like you have to use it, or you're gonna end up losing it, kind of thing, or what's?
So I don't think So the rule is you don't lose it, so you can roll it over.
Okay.
Then the big boss said, no one's rolling anything over.
I like how there is the corporate handbook of rules, and then there's like this other thing about like, well, this powerful person said this, and so
use it.
You're don't listen to the actual rules.
Yeah, so you use it.
Yeah,
and I get it, because we had a guy on our team. He rolled over like 3 fucking weeks on top of his 6 already or some shit.
Oh,
and they're
man,
like,
he was trying to take the summer off. He's trying to go summering somewhere.
Oh,
paid sabbatical.
Yeah, I said, fuck, he can almost take off like every Friday, because it's days. So I said I used to do weeks, but yeah, he had he had like 42 days or some
that's awesome,
kind of crazy number. I was like, what the hell?
I always thought, I think when you first start working, you're like trying to think when you don't have a family or any real thing about why you would have a vacation unless your friends want you to come along. You're like, okay, if I have 12 days vacation, I could work 4 3-day weeks. You're like, okay, let's see. when should you like try to do this mental gymnastics about what cool setup could you set up for yourself? Not realizing
I did one where many, many years ago where it was like the whole November and December, I never worked like a Thursday or Friday or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But,
something different.
Now I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, like I need as much time. So you just got back from your vacation and I'm the finish line.
The downward slopes.
I can see it there. But yeah, I think since coming back from Thanksgiving and then you're like 3 more weeks, it's like, okay, finish strong. If you could just punch through those last couple weeks until the middle of December, you're there. And you might be able to chill for a little bit. And
then after that, I always December's always the best, but then right after, when you go back in the coming back in January, I think it's like, for me, it's like the worst because you have these. Let me pass this to you.
Okay.
I deal with these people, and let me ask you this: that after the new year, they think they've done some sort of New Year's resolution, but it's not like a diet or something. They've come back like they're
ready to start working or something.
Important, no, they're important. Like now they're like they've imported some knowledge over the 2 weeks that they were off into their brain, and now they've come back.
Oh, interesting.
There's a handful of them that I used to work in the office. It was like the same guys. Like they would come in and they would walk around the office talking on speakerphone.
Oh, they've picked up some just interesting type of like habits.
Yeah, but it's like, but they want to make sure now I've been doing some critical thinking over the break, and I'm really thinking that, I'm like, fuck you.
They went to vacation and they're coming back with a couple of big ideas for the
enlightened.
boss.
Yes, they've come back enlightened somehow.
Okay, so they think they're going for the big promotion or that big job, and instead of taking a week and a half off with the family, they're up late working on the next big idea.
But they haven't really done any kind of real research. They've just
been thinking.
Probably had a drunken idea, and then
it's on a napkin. It's on a cocktail napkin.
Yeah.
I think it. Hold on, this is coming off. This isn't good. No, I have noticed when you come back from the winter break, it's not like the first week of January is like, okay, we're just going to start. Monday is going to be like 20%, and then by Friday we'll kind of ramp into the week. No, it's like boom, right to 100 miles an hour from like
fast start, everybody. We got to
get a quick start to the year. Blah blah blah. Really, really hammer it home.
Well, we got 365 of these damn days. Let's pace ourselves.
That's
a marathon.
Then you have everyone else just digging their heels in.
Yeah.
That's definitely the way it is. It's the way it is.
That's the one thing because I deal with. It's more than one. It's usually the same group of people, but it's more than one. They always have to come in with some genius idea, or they just want to pontificate, or they talk with this type of arrogance. You're like, dude, come on.
Like in South Park, the episode where they smell their own farts.
Oh, farts, yes. That's exactly how it goes. Mm-hmm. I was always like, God, I hate January. Actually, I hate January into middle of February because February is tough for sales.
Yeah. Oh, you got some seasonality situation going on.
Yeah, there's a huge seasonality. Mm-hmm. February is ugly. One of the worst.
Oh. Now I was going to ask you this arrogance that comes around. Is it like when all the new people in the gym for the first 3 weeks, and then and then at the end of January they've lost a little bit of steam in their swagger?
Lost the steam, lost the swagger, and then they, then they kind of go back to,
the way things were.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm fine if it's a good idea, but it's just like they just come out with this, but it's very general, they're like, broad. I'm thinking that we really need to focus on what pays the bills. We really need to focus on really? Let me write that down.
Profits.
So we want to increase our money. Oh, this is groundbreaking.
You'd be like, hold on, what if we lowered our expenditures
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a checkable point. Ooh. Slow down. I can't keep up.
Easy
No,
there.
that's the kind of shit
Easy,
that
youngster.
I hear. They'd start doing that. Like, okay, thanks.
Like they're gonna send that idea off to corporate, and they're gonna like have some sort of suggestion box opening, and they're like, hold on. Look what
this guy did.
Look at the think tank in Northern California.
It's gonna get
What's in the water over there? Let's bring these boys over to corporate.
He's gonna be on the Thanksgiving Day parade on the infamous float.
Sally, who's on the cover of the June Internal Magazine? Put this genius from Northern California on.
He wants to increase our profits.
He's going to lower expenditures. Yeah, I see it happening already. It's just
I deal with it.
Yeah, that's brutal.
But the slide into it the last few weeks of the year are the best.
It's just if you can manage the cruise control. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get it. I want to I'm not saying I'm not afraid to work. I'm just saying I don't want a low day and then a crazy day. I want to keep the stress just normal and consistent across the whole week.
And it never seems to fail.
Potentially though on Friday if I could.
Yeah,
it
never seems to fail. That usually it's like, oh, it's not too bad. And like Thursday, it just spikes
a grenade,
and then it's like, and it goes to Friday, and you're like working late, scrambling on Friday. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, and then it's Friday at 2 or 3, and you're trying to like, oh, I'm trying to wrap up at 4 or whatever, and you just look at your email and your Slack, and you're like, this ain't gonna happen.
No,
it's not gonna happen.
You have to come to terms with it.
I know it's tough. It's tough. Yeah. Well, but then, hopefully you can take a load off at least.
Take some time off. Yeah.
It's good. I'm getting my getting boosted up.
Oh, when's that?
Now, at the time of release, I will have received said booster.
Oh.
Yep. Got to go north. In the city that I was in, couldn't find anything. I checked just 20 minutes north. Oh, Costco? What time? We got from like 12:30 to 5 p.m. every 15 minutes. Boom, boom, boom for like the whole week. I think everyone around here is trying to get jabbed up before the holidays, before they leave to go somewhere.
That's smart.
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to get it in.
That's why I also like pressed the issue when I saw the openings. I was like,
let's just get it.
I already knew there's going to be a holiday rush.
Yeah.
I want it to soak in.
There was a couple that were on December 23rd. And I was like, no way. I'm not having you down for the count on the 24th.
Yeah, it'd be your luck that like, oh, no, the booster, you're fine. You're like, then you get
2 days, I'm down. Christmas.
Can't help carry presents because your arm's dead.
Yeah.
The lame duck.
It's just in a sling. Like, I only have one functioning arm. Like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Remember when he's running and he gets the tranquilizers just in his arm?
Yeah.
And he starts like... Do you think that movie, when's the last time you seen Pet Detective, Ace Ventura?
You know what? Actually, it's probably within the last year.
Yeah, for you, I could see that.
Because the kids, they're
9-year-old and a 14-year-old, that's like right up their alley.
Especially a 9-year-old that those animals.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the hot topic.
About
he grows up, can he be a pet detective? It's like,
he's looking for a career move.
Yeah.
Nice.
He was thinking about making the switch because his aspirations at the moment are paleontology. But I mean, if Pet Detective's open, then
Pet Detective sounds like a pretty cool gig.
Yeah, but I also said, look what he's living in.
What he lives in his car or a trailer?
No, it's like a little it's an apartment, but remember it was like a little shitty apartment. He can't pay his rent and shit. I mean, if you score the Miami Dolphins mascot
contract, you need if you got a big contract.
Yeah, then you're in.
Yeah,
which I don't think they even have it. They don't have a dolphin anymore.
That seemed highly cruel and unusual.
Yeah, it did. So
it's like he's probably in like a 4 foot above ground like doughboy pool.
Yeah,
he just
wonder how clean the water is. And where they put him? Where they put
bastard.
him when the game was over? Did they
I don't even. It makes me sad to think about it.
Yeah.
This poor guy.
I'm trying to think now.
He's like trying to like tell Dan Marino like, I need 4 miles of wide open saltwater here, and you got me in like a.
Take a knees, like let's go to a bigger tank.
Yeah. You have some like part-time employee from Leslie's Pools trying to like take care of me. Keep putting shock.
The salinity out.
Yeah. He's bringing the pH too low.
It's got the fucking garden hose in there.
Yeah. That's. I mean, you knew summer was kicking off when your old man would just throw the hose in the pool and just turn it on. If you had an above ground pool growing up.
Yeah, above ground pool. Yep.
Yeah.
It was game on.
Yeah. And then it was obviously too, for some reason there was always these, you can't do that because there was some 3 to 5 days for the chemical. There was a lot of excuses, and now I'm kind of seeing that it was maybe bullshit, but I'm not totally sure.
So, when we got our big pool, it was about 3 to 5 days, but it was because they had like the plaster, and then you have to like brush it, and you have to, and then they're really trying to balance it out because you're just adding water, and it's gonna change the pH stuff because the plaster's soaking it in. There's this whole like thing going on.
It's fucking Bill Nye the Science Guy on.
But once it was, once it was 5 days, it was game on.
Nice.
Never looked back.
Yeah, I feel like it was something like. Plus, we had the filter, and you got to let that thing run a little bit. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was 3 to 5 days. I think I let the kids, quote unquote, fall in at like the day 3. Like, I just want to.
I'm in my swimsuit, but I'm not going to go in.
I fell in. I'm like, yeah.
Sure.
I already knew that was going to happen.
I remember that first summer we went to your house. Feet got tore up.
Yeah, it's ground down a little bit now. So
yeah,
but yeah, it was the first. Yeah, bloody feet was common.
Yeah, that was brutal. But it's in a much better place now. My daughter's like, Dad, during the summer, are we going to go to Cerny's pool? I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. We're sure we're going to go. She goes, actually, you know what? I want to go to the pool now. I'm like, it's raining, pouring rain out right now.
That water, actually, you don't even have to make it to the pool right now because it's raining so hard.
Oh, is it flooded?
The whole backyard. The whole giant pool.
No. You guys
remember that big storm we had a few weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
A month ago, 2 months, whatever the hell it was.
I think it was a month ago at this point.
Yeah, a month ago, yeah. I remember like trying to use the pump and all this fun shit.
You just gave up already?
Yeah, I gave up, and then I like looked out in the middle of the night, and I could see like the floaty. It was like in the middle of the fucking lawn. And I was like, well.
This is.
I wonder if I remember thinking, I was like, I wonder if it flooded. I'm like, let's like see the big pink flamingo in the middle of the fucking lawn. So I assume it did.
So I guess if you were going to be really on top of it, you would have to then 3 days ahead of time drain your shit a little bit. Yeah. Okay. But not too much because you want the filter to still run, or
you can't expose the plaster for too long. So you drain it to like the bottom of the tile, which I did. I should have drained it longer. I didn't know how big of it. I wasn't really paying attention to they said like remember they said it was like what the hell they call
atmospheric river?
Yeah. Remember they were saying
another
that,
one?
But no, but the big one.
Oh yes, the one a month ago or whatever, 6 weeks ago. Yeah,
they were saying atmospheric river, and I was like, but they had said that us Californians, at least Northern Californians, they've said that in the past, and then it's like we get like a little bit of rain, like actually it fizzled out.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'll just drink it down and whatnot,
so you still did the protocols, but you just sort of hedged on like, I don't know how big this storm's going to be, kind of thing.
Yeah, I had a guy at work. He has a pool, and he said, I went down, way down, and let it fill up. And I was like,
and then you could just turn your filter off. But yeah, I guess you don't want the direct sun rays cracking or getting.
Yeah, basically that's what it would crack the plaster and whatnot. So
like if it's raining all the time, I guess there's not much sun coming out. But you don't know that either. I feel like weather person is. What's your fucking correct percentage? What are you batting, like 280? They're like, oh man, this guy's an all-star weather person. He gets 3 out of 10 right.
You always think like, wow, that's. Now it could. I wish I could do that at work. Like, there's a possibility that this is going to be right. But there's another big possibility that I'm going to be wrong.
And you know what? If you just kind of look out the window yourself, you could probably make just as good a guess as I could.
I always should call my dad because he fucking knows, like to the down the minute.
Well, my buddy got one of these really cool connected weather stations.
Oh,
I know. And he goes, I've never talked about the weather so much with my wife and my friends than since getting this weather station, because like him and his neighbor got it or something. And it hooks up and it feeds and it gets data from some Wonder Weather or some like app that's a popular app. Yeah. So it like syncs up with this user generated whatever. So he has micro weather at his house. It has a whole rain catch thing. Like, I don't know. I might get in deep. I might get in deep with weather. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it, but
like meteorologist.
Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna text him after this, and I'm gonna ask him what's the stats on the rain.
We'll start a pod. Be like, what's the weather?
The weather guys.
You can stand in front of a fucking green screen.
You can just pick a random city and just make some shit up, and we will be just as accurate.
It won't be bad, just as good as their local guy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, I don't know. We can't get the rain thing figured out because it's like all this rain should happen over the span of a week, not just dumping and then nothing. Yeah. So now we're going to get floods and stuff, but we'll take it, I think. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. I don't want to.
Because they're already starting filling back up?
Yeah, I think it is. So it's still low or whatever, but it's getting, at least it's going up there.
That's good.
I was talking to my dad. I was like, get ready because for those, I'm sure most everybody listens knows, but for those who don't, we started the whole, drought and rationing water, and we got I think it was in August.
You can only water your lawn 2 days a week at this time and all this stuff.
Yeah, and we had to reduce our water consumption by 20% or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So I told my dad, I said, now get ready for every time we have a storm, the meteorologist or whatever goes on there like, now this in no way has any impact on the drought.
Oh, right, because we need like 100 of these storms.
Yeah. And I always tell my dad, I said, I understand what they're doing. They don't want everyone to go back to being frivolous.
Yeah.
Just wasteful with the water.
Yes.
But I said, but I would argue that it does have an impact on somewhat because something had actually happened. So
true.
If nothing had happened, then I can see where it says it doesn't have an impact. But something has happened, so it may impact it a little.
Well, I was riding that drought message hard on the front lawn. At the end of summer. I just pretty much gave up on it, and it kind of went all brown. And then right about when I was worried that someone was going to say something about my lawn being dead, we had that storm, and now it's just glowing green, and it looks so great. And I'm looking over now, and the cord for my sprinklers is still unplugged. So I've been in the green on the water bill for a while now. But
so we got a letter from my favorite HOA.
Is this a new one?
Well, no, they had gotten one. So when they did the drought, they sent out one saying, but you're not going to there's no way you can let your landscaping die. It was like totally opposite of what the marching orders from.
Dude, this person is.
Oh, yeah.
They're on some crazy power.
You were still responsible. You cannot do that. So I was like, I walked over and they had me watering the lawn. What was it? 4 days a week. And I promptly switched that 5 minutes or so. So I promptly switched that to 2 days a week. And then I turned it off. Allegedly broke the box and turned it off. But so I did that.
The cheap box, it just broke. Got weathered.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. So, but we're good now. Yeah, there were some spots where it was like, because my front lawn doesn't get a lot of sun.
Yeah, it is an interesting. Your front lawn holds a lot of water. It's very moist.
Yeah, because it gets like sun in the morning, and then that's it.
Okay.
It kind of like peaks behind the house, and it's gone
Yeah.
for the rest of the day. But there are some certain spots that will get it all day. It's very, very little.
Okay.
But it was like showing. Like when I turned it
Okay.
off, it was like I was like, oh, there.
It's like when you think you might be like losing your hair, and you're like, let me grow my hair out a little bit. If you buzz it normally,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, it's showing. It's showing. Let's let's get this back on. Let's get the water back on here.
Yeah.
Or you could go.
So.
You could mow it extra short too, if you want to try to get it real down there. You know, like, oh, whoops, I dropped the deck on the
That's what I
lawnmower
do.
too much. Yeah,
That's what I do. Yeah. So, but it's back, so we're good. No biggie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting when they, state of California went one way. HOA said no way.
I wonder if you do you think the Supremes would take that case? You suing your HOA for
I think somebody in our neighborhood did this, and they got it passed. They did like a drought landscaping, like it was all rocks and like cactus and stuff like that.
bark and stuff.
Yeah, it was, and it looked nice. I think you have to like present some sort of
Oh my god,
model or some shit, some sort of drawing or sketch or
dude! Can I
plans.
Can I be real with you for a second? I
Yeah.
told my wife, I'm like, whenever we buy a new house, we're not joining an HOA. I'm like, the shit that Cerny tells me about. I'm just I can't deal with this. I'll lose my fucking mind.
It's crazy,
Dude, it's insane. You can't. You have to present a thing just to redo your front yard.
Yeah, I mean, I
get it.
get. That's what I'm saying. I get it, but at some level, I mean, I don't have a porta potty on my front lawn, or I park five cars out there with my broken dishwasher and laundry machines out outside. So leave me the fuck alone.
Right. Yeah, it is a bit heavy-handed in the enforcement, it feels like, for sure.
And I think a lot of it is the
who's running the it's like
the rulers of the roost there.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some people that just are like, you drive around, if shit looks good, hey, that's all that,
The previous HOA that owned this before they sold it they were cool. I never got any. I think I got one thing from them, and I deserved. I was waiting.
You had it coming. You're asking.
Yeah, I was
for
waiting for it.
You're asking for it. Yeah.
It was something like I forget. Oh, I'd carried a picnic table that I was going to redo, and I didn't feel like carrying it in the backyard, so I left it out front for like upside down for like a week. Actually, it was like 2 weeks. And finally,
oh my gosh!
Yeah,
you didn't even flip it over to eat on there just to break it in.
Yeah.
No. Well,
I left it.
And now you're at a point you can't even open your garage door and use your garage as you see fit.
No, can't do that. Although I
This is a
walked
free
the
country,
neighborhood
though.
this last week when it was nice, and I may increase my my percentage of people that can't use their garage to about 65%. I mean, I was like, it was amazing. Like people actually had never seen the garage open.
Oh,
it was
interesting.
open. It was completely full. Like it was like uglier than what I got going on.
Wow. And still, who we think the suspect, the narc is, they just have their shit just buttoned up all the time.
They, from what I hear, cannot park in their garage either, but they never. Ever open it.
Okay. And then if it was open, one of the HOA people would have to go around and take a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now I think I've got their route, timing wise, beginning of the month. Usually on the 8th or 9th.
Are you going to
of the
do a
month,
sting operation?
I usually try to, because someone has said this previous neighbor has said, I saw her driving around.
Oh,
I've seen her a couple times. I was like, everybody sees. Even my wife has said, like, before COVID and stuff, they used to there'd be like 3 of them and they'd walk the streets with a camera and I was like, what the fuck?
They're that.
I would confront them.
I would have.
I would stand out front.
I'd have been like, hey, listen here. You got nothing better to do except fucking bust me for my fucking fence, or just because of thing. I'm just trying to live my life here.
They waved, said hi to her. My wife was out front. Snapped a picture of an infraction and walked away. I was like, they couldn't even say, hey, I was like, that's chicken shit. That's what's chicken shit. I said, at least have like, you see the person outside like, hey, I don't really want to report you, but you got,
right. Like, oh,
you got some toys out there. You got to pick up.
Well, to bring it full circle back to the pizza party, and then we'll wrap.
Oh, yeah.
Cerny pulled up, comes out. I see some toys. It's a couple HOA infractions right here. Great joke. It was, a couple things. We did Sunny, because our office where my wife and I work just looks right out to the front lawn. And I look out, and there's a bucket, and he's just kicking it like it's a soccer ball or something.
Kicking the bucket.
Kicking the bucket
down the road.
And then there's a outdoor seating chair, but it's just kind of around because, people are outside enough that this chair is, it roams around, but it gets used a lot. And then there was a little push, hey, we have a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old. Like, there's going to be toys outside.
There's going to be toys.
What do you want me to fucking do?
I know.
I've reached my threshold of enforcement. So there's no more enforcement happening inside these garage doors.
It makes you even angry when you own the house and they want to come in. It's like, I fucking pay the rent on this or the mortgage on this thing.
Oh, man, that is brutal.
Oh,
well, anyway, hopefully they have, maybe just kill them with kindness.
Yeah, okay. Or,
yeah.
I mean, I did go down on Zoom and debate, but that's one
right.
thing.
Happy holidays.
But I wasn't mad about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Holiday. Have a cheerful holiday. Just give them the over the top. Give them the over the top.
Be safe.
Yeah, be safe. Yeah, we what do we have? We got Chip and Cern Show stickers. We got a couple hats. I don't know if people want. It's the holiday season. If you want to buy some shit,
we got a couple shirts over here.
We got some. Cerny has merch at his house apparently. So send us an email and we'll send you out some stuff.
Send it right your way.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Except,
it'll be questions. Yeah. Where's your address? It'll be questions unless if it's one of our friends fucking with us.
That's right. Our one inquiry we had. We're like, good one, Dana. He's like, what are you guys talking about? Oh, you think we're dumb?
Sure.
You think we're dumb? We're like, no, someone wanted
Dana.
a shirt.
What are you talking about? What are you two donkeys? Remember that's what he said. What are you two donkeys talking about? Like, what we're talking about.
Turns out he didn't.
No.
And someone in Hawaii wanted a t-shirt.
Yeah, it was. That's right.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, have a safe, happy holiday season. Get vaccinated. Get boosted. Take a COVID test. Just be safe. Wear your mask if you're inside. All this good stuff. We don't want to be doing this shit again for the 3rd year in a row.
Or the 4th or the 5th, or
let's
in perpetuity.
Yeah. Let's just wrap it up. Let's get it all taken care of, and we can move on with our lives for the most part. It would just be great.
Yes.
It'd be great.
I agree.
Not as great as having a clean dick and balls and vagina, though. That's for goddamn sure. Because that does feel nice. It's nice and fresh. You can't go wrong. Till next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.